Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to sharpen a chain. An easy, fast, simple way to sharpen a chain for anybody, a newcomer to working a chainsaw or anything like that should be able to use from this video quite simply how to sharpen a chain. I'm just going to demonstrate. This is my Stihl MS661. I have it a year or so. I find it very powerful, very good saw, never give me any trouble. Really nice saw, really good power in this saw. So there's rakes of different ways to sharpen chain. If you have a vise, good. I can show you both ways how to work from a vise or work even from the floor. It's quite simply to work from the floor. Just it's a little awkward like this, but it's possible. Leave your saw down. Okay, so you can sit on the power head like so. Okay. Now, when you determine this little set here, I bought for I think €12. You can buy it for maybe $7-8 in America or wherever on eBay, you know. So first thing you need to determine with your chainsaw is file size. What size chain do you have? What size file fits your chain? Okay. This particular chain I have here is 7/32, so I need a 732 file. Now the gauge that comes with this is quite simple. You just clamp your file in here. You determine, have you a full chisel or semi-chisel chain. A full chisel chain will have a square flat edge here on the side plate of your chain, of the side of your cutter, will be flat. On a semi-chisel chain you will have more bevel edge. You'll feel a bevel edge here on the side of a semi-chisel chain. Semi-chisel chain should be sharpened at 35 degrees, which is marked up here on your gauge, okay? This particular one is square chisel, full chisel, so we're sharpening this at 30 degrees. If it's the opposite way around, you just open the little gauge and you turn it around so 35 is facing the front of your file. If it's 30 degrees, because it's square chisel, full chisel, you face to 30 degree markings up here to the top of your file. Now quite simply, you take this line of your gauge here, okay? You sit this square to your chain, like so. Now you follow it, you keep this line dead center up the middle of your chain like this. You just follow the line straight up like this. Clamp at your feet, okay? And you just push to it. One, count how many rubs you're giving each tooth, determining how bad your chain is, how dull it is, how bad it's. You can see between this little gauge. You mightn't be able to see it very good on the video now. I can see the tooth, the cutter down here, that my file is lining up to it, okay? So you just count. Normally, if it's just gone dull, 2 rubs, maybe 3 strokes, okay? 2, 3. So we count from there like so, right? We work our way all the way around one sec, chain break is on. We work our way all the way around this side of the chain. As you notice, these are facing this way and these ones are facing the opposite direction. So to do the opposite side, you do exactly the same thing. You just switch your file, you line up your opposite line on this gauge with this tooth, okay? And the same thing, just go 1, 2. Now the most important thing with this, with sharpening any chain of a chainsaw, if you can notice here on these, this tooth here is remarkably bigger than this one. So what you really need to do, you should look around your chain before you start. See can you find, say, the most average size cutter, okay? If this cutter here takes maybe 4 strokes, 5 maybe max, to bring it down really close to the size of this, well that's what you do. Follow this cutter with the rest, so you'll have an even chain when sharpened, and the saw will cut an awful lot better than once they're even. If you have one bigger tooth here, maybe a big tooth here, it'll be jumping and bucking. It won't cut correctly when you're cutting, you know. It'll make it very aggressive if you have 1 or 2 bigger cutters. With that done, that's simple. That's all there is to that. Just follow that gauge. Don't angle it or anything like this. Just hold your gauge flat and level to your bar and just across like this, okay? So you've done that. You've gone all the ways around about your chain. You can clean your chain off with a wire brush before you start to do this or whatever. Never start your saw before you sharpen the chain, because you'll have oil on the chain and it'll affect the file. The file won't sharpen correctly then. With that done, there's rakes of these little gauges you can get. It's a raker gauge or depth gauge for your rakers, okay? You quite simply come along with this little gauge and you just position them like so on top of your tooth. Now here's your little rake or your depth gauge. This is determining how much your cutter is going to take from the wood each time, or how big of a bite it's going to take. Never put these down below the depth of your cutter, because if you do, you'll just stall out the chainsaw. It's not able to take such big bites. It won't work good. So when you sit your gauge on top like this, just flatten, just brace your bar so it's not moving like this. You just stroke like this, just till you drop to the level of your gauge. You'll hear it hitting. It's screeching. It makes a screeching noise when it's sitting on top of your gauge. So that's that. They're now lowered to the same height, even height of my cutter. That's really all there is to that. There's no. Some people goes to great depths and great lengths. Just if you get used to working like that, work with this gauge. Keep your line to your marking here. Use the correct size file. Anyone can sharpen the chain within maybe no more than 7 to 8 minutes. You can sharpen the chain and you'll get really good results from that. Just you have to trust in yourself. Don't be nervous. It might take 3 or 4 attempts, but eventually you'll be able to sharpen the chain no problem, that you're 100% happy with. Thanks for watching. Hope it's helpful to somebody, or somebody gets some use of it. Thanks very much. Goodbye.